Hi guys, it's Jeanette with Our Backroom Creations. Come on in. Let me know where you're watching from. We're going to get our comments pulled up here and then get started. As soon as Mr. FB cooperates. There we go. So welcome to our fun Friday. Sunny side up. So this is a witch hat, but I've modified it just a little bit. I actually cut it and just bent it over and re-zip tied it. And we're gonna make a scarecrow hat. And we'll show you the sunny side up here pretty soon. So let's see if Mr. FB is gonna cooperate and give me my comments instead of just a reel. Hi Mary, hi Kathleen and Karen. Oh, come on. South Jersey. Hi Melissa, how are you? Oh, come on. There we go. Maybe. Nope, that's not it. Does anybody else have this issue? Maybe I should go live through Meta. But we're going to do, hi Donna, we're going to do a scarecrow. Is that it? There we go. Hi Darla. Hey Fatima, how are you? And Daisy. So at first we are going to use some, is it 5.5 or 6? This one's 5.5. You could use 6, it wouldn't matter. But we're going to fold it in half. When you fold it in half, it gives it a little better coverage. And when you're going around kind of corners like this, it's a lot easier. Hey Lori from Texas, I bet it's hot. Hi Penny, how are you? So we got to anchor it down. Instead of using a ton of glue, I'm just going to kind of scrunch it up. And then we're going to use a little zip tie. Little zip ties in my fingers don't like each other, so we'll see how this goes. You just sat down to relax. Oh, 5 a.m. this morning. Yes, Cheryl. Hey, Debbie. You waited all day? Well, it's a good thing I didn't cancel, huh? Okay, so we're just going to zip tie that to the top. And for those of you, this is a witch hat, but what I do is I cut it right there at the 1, 2, and then I just bend it over, and this rod goes down, and I zip tie it. That's all I did to it. So we're going to leave this cut in half. Ooh, kept it in the 90s. It got in the 80s here. But we're going to keep it folded in half. And the top part is the worst. It's been a few years since I made one of these. But they're always fun. And they always sell. I don't know why I don't make more. But I can't ever cancel. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Kim. You guys are piling in. Let me just, what do I do with my scissors? I was cleaning up my area from stuff this afternoon. I got up and at it this morning. First thing, I had to finish some crows up. So we're just going to start. We're going to kind of bend it over. It doesn't look, don't worry about what the back looks like. Just worried about the front. So we're going to try to cover that tip. That is the worst part of this whole thing, is getting that covered. And this folded in half at the same time. This is just going to go down the floor. Oh, thanks, Fatima. And then our sunny side up, of course, will be some sunflowers. I know, I make witch hats. I've made scarecrow hats. I've taken off this part and used this for, see, Christmas trees, Santa hat. Oh, I've done a Santa hat out of just the whole thing. No, I think I took off the brim. Come on. Okay, now we're going. Just have to hold it. Hi, Nina. Making sure. I think I made my print smaller. I can't see it so well. I'll make it bigger in just a minute. So we're just wrapping, and of course you get a few double wraps right there at the very beginning because it doesn't want to cooperate. But we're gonna get it. After we get the top part done, it's smooth sailing from there. You can do it with just single layer burlap, but it doesn't cover as well. Put this over that way. And then we'll offer a little bit of glue just to hold the burlap in place there. If you guys wouldn't mind sprinkling me out, I'd appreciate it. Today I started yesterday. I made 6 more crows, so I put them on the website this morning, or at noon, 1-ish. I told people noon, but my morning got away from me. Never do that, huh? It's a little bit cumbersome because the natural roll of your stuff wants to go down. So it can't go down yet because it has to cover everything. Hi Jackie, how are you? It's all twisted. It's making me mad. I found this. I found a whole box full of burlap down at the storage unit. And I'm like, why is that not at the house? I forget why. You know how you go through phases of using different things or liking different things? That was probably when I said, I'm not using burlap right now. Just box it up and take it to storage. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh wow, I could be using that. Crow resin dominoes. Ooh. Hey, Rebecca. So my husband's been learning what is primitive and what is farmhouse and what represents primitive. And he's like, are crows just for Halloween or fallish? And I'm like, oh no, primitive crows are all year long. He goes, okay. Because, you know, the 3 holidays, you know, Halloween, fall, and Christmas, fallish, moves through the season so fast. I wish they were kind of broken up, but they're not. Hi, Belinda. I'm doing well. Hope you are as well. So you can kind of see why we're going to use a little bit of glue, because as we fold this, it's going to need just a little help. Hey, Judy. Welcome to the group. Kiss a Frog Crafts with Judy is a new creator with us, Craft Around the Clock. We had several ladies join us, so we hope that you will welcome them as you have welcomed us. I've been around Craft Around the Clock, I think going on 3 years. 4 years. 2, 3, 4. Might be 4 years now. I'd have to go look. I think it's 4. 3. Ooh, I'm getting towards the end. Good thing we're almost done. I didn't think I'd use that much, but I guess so. Of course, we're folding it in half. I like the simple pull burlap wreaths where you pull it through the sections. I have a red, natural and blue one in my living room that I made probably almost 5 years ago because I have an Americana living room. I knew it was after I started making bows because it's got a bow on it. But I have had an Americana living room for, well, I had one before Floyd and I got married. And we've been married 21 years. Don't tell me this is going to end right before it. If I have to get out another piece. No, we're going to make it work. We're going to make it work. Oh, look at that. Ooh, we're going to pull. And we'll cover up that. And we're just going to we're going to make do. Where's my other zip tie? Here it is. We are going to make do. We will just hide that with stuff. Oop, wrong way. There we go. We might be able to pull that down a little bit too. I don't think that was quite a full roll, but if it wasn't, it was darn near a full roll. So we might put another one over here just to keep it, pull it down a little bit. We're going to put another one right here just to kind of keep it pulled down. We don't need it trying to disappear on us. That was a guess measurement. I didn't think I would use it all, but I sure did. Okay. Gotta get to rocking on this one because I don't know how long, I don't remember how long it takes me to make them. Because here, we don't try things out the first time. Very rare. Very, very rare. We just go with the flow. And if it's gonna flop, it's gonna flop. So I'm just flipping up the burlap. I'm just putting a little bit of glue down just to keep it. Of course, I put a zip tie down there too. Don't touch glue under the burlap. It's not going to protect your finger. We can do more if we need to. So there we got so far. Okay, so now we need 9 pipe cleaners. Chanel stems. I don't buy all the colors anymore because I don't make as many wreaths. So we're going to put one right here in the middle. We're going to put one right here where the top part comes down and meets the brim. One on this side. So what you do on one side, you do on the other. You can just twist it, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. We're going to put a speck of glue on it just because there's just one wire that it's going on to, so it'll flip and flop around. We don't need it doing too many crazy things. Of course, once you get everything on the pipe cleaners, it'll start to, it won't move around. Okay, so we needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Okay. Hi, Marsha. So we're not going to put it there in the middle. We want 2 on each side of it. Just kind of space it out evenly. Oh, see, where's my other one? I can't drop these on the floor because the cat will come and snatch them up, and she will take them downstairs. And if it didn't have a wire in it, I wouldn't care, but I don't want her to cut herself. And hey, Sheila, my sweet friend. How are you? From Sweetie's Creations and Decor. I'm a huffing and a puffing because this one may take me... I'm hoping to finish it. We got the hard part done. I just cleaned my board today and I'm going to use the glue. And it's going to get all over it, but that's okay. I use a scraper tool to get the glue, any glue off of it. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue on both sides of it just to kind of keep it from running around. Because with just one wire, it's hard to keep it in one spot. So if you put that glue on each side of it, it helps it stay. But like I said, once you start getting all the stuff on it, it tends to stay anyway. Okay, so 9 pipe cleaners. And then we're going to use, remember I used this last week on my swag. So I had just enough of the fall mesh, and we're going to do a woodland ruffle, cruffle. There's a fight in the wreath world about what you're supposed to call it, but it's cut 25 inches. So I'm just going to roll it a couple times on this end and use my trusty. Now this doesn't bother me, but it does some people, especially if you're new. So I just put something heavy on it if it's bothering me. But like I said, and then you're just going to scrunch. You just want to stay in the middle. And you'll make a butterfly. And this one, we're just making a roll. It's only cut at 10 inches. We're just rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Thank you. I got to take it over to the shop. I keep forgetting. It was on a paint stick. I turned a 5-gallon paint stick into a big swag. So we're just going to start anywhere you want. We're going to put this down, and then we're going to put the roll down with it. Now we're not going to cut off our pipe cleaners yet because we got a little more goodies to come. Give it a couple twists, and that's it. I took all my greenery and I had it all over my room. I had totes and totes and bags, because if you don't know, I keep a lot of things in 2.5-gallon bags, and I hang them on my pegboard with binder clips. So I keep stuff in these bags. I put a binder clip up here, and then I can put it on my pegs so I can see it. And I knew I had the same kind of greenery in several bags. And this is stuff I've cut up or I have used before. And so, because my new stuff is in like buckets in the closet. So same way. Everything's going to be the same on this one. No pattern, no flipping around. Oh, Cheryl, thank you for the stars. You call them cruffles? I was taught woodland ruffles. And so there's this big debate. That's why I just use both to not ruffle any feathers. So I did some of these already to keep it moving. But we're just going to do the same bit all around. I don't normally use a roll in things. I normally use 2 ruffles. But this one, I actually had to go watch. I was trying to find one of my own videos. But But it's been such a long time since I made them that I just went and looked up somebody on YouTube, and this is the way she made them. I'm like, oh, I kind of like that. So I normally just put two woodland ruffles, and then that's where you see me alternate the colors. But this time it's just all one. So I gotta, there we go. Hi, Honeybee Mercantile. Where do you buy your mesh? Oh my gosh. I have had so much mesh over the years, I haven't had to buy any. But if I was to send someone that's not a normal, because I have some wholesale places that I bought it to, I would go to Craft Outlet. I would start there. I don't buy the stuff in Walmart or Michael's or Joann's. I might buy that on a pinch if I needed a certain color and, you know, didn't have time to order it. But I literally haven't bought mesh in years. That's sad. It's sad that I know that I've spent that much money on mesh. Oh, thanks, Pratima. I do like to make wreaths. But you can only have so many in your house. And I actually have a storage unit just for my business. Actually, I had two, and I've already scaled it down to get into one, and I want to scale it down because now I have a shed here on the property. One for the wood projects, and then I got another one for mine. So we're working on getting stuff scaled down to get out of the storage unit. So I had I love this high foil. This is called high foil mesh because all the lines going down is foil. It's not any of the mesh that you see like in these. Especially when there's lights around, the lights just really, you know, hit it. And it's the opposite of primitive. Because remember, I like all kinds of different things. Oh, I know. And I've sold some. My husband used to make the flower wreaths with the poly burlap. Now, why do I have... oh, there's the other one. I'm like, did I miscount? Yeah. Well, see, I'm one of those that if I need to order something, I order enough so I don't have to pay shipping. Unless there's some places that I have to pay shipping either way. But like Craft Outlet, I think it's still, $69? If you order $69, your shipping's free. Well, if I'm going to order $50 worth of stuff, I might as well order another $19 and get free shipping because I'd probably pay that in shipping, depending on what you buy. But a lot of ribbon and mesh came from them. Like I said, I do have a couple wholesalers that I bought from that you have to have a license for. So this is the last one of these. Okay, we're rolling. Let's hold it up. Isn't that cute? I got a couple here. There was just enough of the two meshes that I can do some little rolls up at the top, but we'll do those last. Okay, so I'm not using ribbons. Ooh, I'm not using ribbons. Not doing it. We're going to use Raffia instead. So, I don't want that much. So we're just going to put a little bit of Raffia in each little section. And I'm just gonna like figure 8 it until it runs out, or I cut it off. It can be messy. Scarecrows are messy. And then we will look for cutters here. I get these at Hobby Lobby. There are people that say they're junk. I have had this pair for probably 3 years, 2 years. I wore the first pair out. They kind of cut through here and the handle kept going up. But I love them. Now a lot of people use the ones that are real heavy duty. I've never had a problem using those. Tattling. With the lace tattling? Nope, not going there. I can't crochet the lace doilies. I used to crochet, like, I would make granny afghans and stuff. But I can't crochet with the fabric or the crochet thread. Thank you, Rainy. Aw, thanks, guys. I am sure there is lots of things I cannot do. But I try. I've tried. Like, I like the resin and I like the paint pouring, but it's so messy. And if that's the only thing you did, that would be great. But I had so much labor in setup and cleanup that it just wasn't worth it to me. I got some like knots in here. I don't know what that's all about, but oh, it's probably the very beginning. My husband just bought me another thing of Raffia, but it's fall, so I've been going through it like left and right. Well, I'm glad you guys have faith in me. My very first business craft was candle making. And I did like that. I did that for quite a amount of years when the kids were young. My ex-husband's father was a volunteer fire chief in Southern Illinois, and they had festivals. And I would go down and set up a booth and help out and do all that. It was a nice little community, very rural community. I won, what was I always had contests for stuff. Oh, the nail hitting contest. You had to drive 5 nails into this big log standing up on end. I won that like 3 years in a row. I got second place in the hail bale throw. I'd never do that anymore. I'd kill myself. Hurt myself. We threw cast iron skillets. So I will, after this is all said and done, I'll go back through and I'll clip up and trim some of these because they're a little wild. Hi, Cynthia. You see me, I have to look through my bifocals. I just want to get it in there. Hubby's going to have to buy me some more raffia. I was looking at that raffia that's on a roll that's like multiple colors in Amazon, but I don't know that I'd like that because it's not like, it's not all wild. Oh, I have a couple extras I gotta get my bucket back for. Hi Rebecca, welcome. My name's Jeanette. Glad you're here. Tonight is Fun Friday for Sunny Side Up. Most of us that I've caught are using sunflowers. Yes, hubby's gonna have to buy me some more. I just love it. And I love it when there's like little skinny pieces And I can just grab it and I just do like little figure eights and just stick it somewhere. That doesn't sound very nice, but oh, thanks, Lori. So tonight we're making a scarecrow hat. I think I have, yep, just one more. But I am gonna order some of the, I forget the brand of it, but it's like what's in Walmart. The moss, not moss, it's the different colored, Raffia. They have a fall bundle with like 3 to 5 colors. They have a Christmas one, you know, the green, white, or natural, and green, red, natural, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna quick just pull and get some of the really, really loose stuff. If I was patient and had a lot of time, I'd go through and stick this stuff back down in there, but I don't have time for that. Hey, Angie, thank you. Okay, so we have leaves. I didn't get my steamer out to steam them all, or my glue pot, so we're hand doing it. Oh, we got 15 minutes. So everywhere there was raffia, I'm gonna put some leaves. Oh, I forgot to get my itty bitties, because I'm not gonna put sunflower where every single one is, but I do have some baby sunflowers, so we might just have to wait and see those in the picture. Ouch. So those leaves, I should have pulled them off, but it'd be okay. So a lot of these, the raffia will be a background too. So welcome in everybody that's new, or I didn't catch you moving in, or moving in. You're not moving in. Listen, we worked a lot of years to get all these kids out of the house. My oldest son lived with us the longest because he swore off women for like, I don't know how many years. He's like, I don't need a woman. I don't want a woman. He says, all they are is trouble. I'm like, well, they're not all like that. He says, well, how come I find them? I'm like, I don't know. So he was with me for into his 30s. He lives just about, I don't know, 6 blocks from me. So we'll put more leaves than sunflowers, but I want to make sure there's a set of leaves behind the sunflowers. And I'm not picking any certain spot to put them as far as where the sunflowers go. That hot glue is melting the little, the parts that keep the leaves together. Now you see me, I always bend mine. You're not going to stick it straight in. You need to have some meat to grab onto, or the glue per se. So I'm usually sticking it down into the mesh. I'm like hooking it in there. Get off my clean mat. Oh, get my scraper out. I use simple green on my mat with a magic eraser sponge and a scraper to get all the paint and stuff off. If I have time, I will run to my closet and get the smaller flowers. Let's see. Let's do the leaves. Some of these leaves had a stick on them, because I'll repurpose stuff if it's still in good condition. Like, I'm getting ready to tear a saddle apart. I just don't like it anymore. It didn't sell. So obviously there's a reason it didn't sell. Because my gray saddles usually sell. I got to looking at it and I'm like, I don't like the way that looks, so we're going to tear it apart. So if the parts are still in good condition, I will save them. It is good stuff. He uses it out in the shop. We use it on the cars. Let's see this one. I don't remember where. I think I got these at Hobby Lobby. Okay, I'm going to run to the closet right there real quick. Don't leave me. Okay. I even had some little white ones. So I have some white ones and some yellow little ones. These I get at Hobby Lobby. Actually, no, Ashland. I always forget where all this stuff comes from. Oh, that's a Walmart one. Oh, I'm surprised. I think I'll use some white ones. I'm shocked. No, when I run, I fall. So they come with like a little triple. One's not quite opened. I like that. If you don't use it. Yeah, I love my closet. It's probably 4 feet wide and 9-10 inches deep. Old house, skinny closets. Aw, isn't that cute? And so the closet rod hangs my 2.5 gallon bags with stuff. To clean off my mat, I use Simple Green, a magic eraser, and a scraper. I hadn't cleaned it real good for a while. I mean, other than this, taking swipes at it. Let's see here. Do we want to use some little yellow ones? Not the leaves, that's of course. Thank you, Belinda. So it really tones down the amount of raffia I have. But, what do you do? I bought the mini spatulas in the kitchen department at Walmart. Because sometimes you kind of need a big area. Stay there. Dum, 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 dum. Yeah, mine, I had the iron too close to it, or the heat tool, I mean, and I warped it. It like bubbled up. So I had to flip it around, but my numbers are upside down. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, we'll put white ones right here. We're just going to glue these on individual right there. Oh yeah, just drip on that. Don't drip on me. Okay, so we need something here. Gonna be yellow. And you can even find, there's this one little flower. It's a chrysanthemum. Is that how you say it? A mini one. And I always get them at Dollar Tree. They are wonderful fall fillers. I don't even see them at any of the other stores. I don't buy a whole lot from Dollar Tree anymore. You know, because you get what you pay for. Of course, that could be construed at many stores. Just gotta watch what you pay for. Lord, we're doing good. Okay, so is everything got... That one does not. So let's do white. Hi, Cindy. I didn't tell you hello. I get so many Cindy's, and there's lots of Debbie's around. Judy I can usually remember because that's my mom's name. Now we can, oh, we got to do the top. Okay, so we got flowers, I think, on everything, and leaves. Here's what that's looking like. So let's do something with this top here. Normally, I would make a ribbon bow, but I said, I'm not using no ribbons tonight. Everybody's like, what? So I had just a tiny, tiny bit left over of mesh. Thank you. So you can kind of make a little tube bundle is what I'm doing. There's just enough for 2 ruffles or 4 tubes. So we're doing a tube. You don't want it to hide, you know, the top. So what we're going to do is we're just going to crisscross applesauce. Thanks, Jamie. So we're just going to crisscross it, and we're going to use a zip tie. Because zip tie is going to be our friend once in a while. So we're just going to, thank goodness this is burlapping, and just poke it up through all the holes. Of course, we'll have to, that's going to be twisted, but I don't care. Come on, little friend. 1 little, 2 little. Thank you. Oh, that's not good. Go away. Doop. Doop, doop, doop. Everything was going good, huh? We'll get it. So make sure it's inside the frame, not, you know, that you're not going through the outside of the frame, because then it wouldn't be as secure. This one doesn't want to go up through. There we go. Sometimes you wish you had a third hand to hold it while you put the zip tie in. Of course, if I wasn't on camera, I might use my teeth. I do that quite often too. Okay, so now we know we see that. Where's my little bow? So don't forget to join Craft Around the Clock if you're not a part of. Lots and lots of creators. We got new creators in the group now. Has some fresh talent. Not sure what they all do. And if you like what you see here, please follow me. As of a couple days ago, I only needed like 52 to hit 10,000. I'm like, I never dreamed I was going to get that far. But here we go. There's the top. Here's the bottom, and I used no ribbon tonight. None. So we got little white, little yellow, big yellow. Ow! You grabbed my hair. But thank you so much for coming and joining me. I hope to see a lot of you again. And if you're in Craft Round the Clock, just refresh your page. There's a few more creators to be had tonight. And don't forget about replays. Weekends are great for replays when there's no events. All right, guys, thanks for coming and hanging out, and I'll check you out later. Bye.